I'd like to call Independent School District 721 to order. So now please note that all board members are here except Denny Hevelicek. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So we have Falcon Ridge. So Mr. Giesen.
All right, good evening. Thank you, Superintendent Dittburner and members of the board. Excited to be here tonight to allow some of our Falcon Ridge students to talk about our school news. For about the last 8 years, our fifth grade has been in charge with putting a newscast together each and every Monday. And so we've invited 4 of those students to come up and talk about their roles and how it all comes together. So I'll have you guys come on up. Before we get started, I want to introduce each of them. If you guys can just wave. Sophia Korda, Emmy Wagner, Keegan Peterson, and Reese Palmstein.
Every Monday, our Falcon Ridge Weekly News is shared with our entire school. Our weekly news is about 5 to 8 minutes long. Our fifth grade classrooms each take turns broadcasting throughout the year. Some of the props we use for our Falcon Ridge Weekly News are a shelf that has Falcon Ridge Weekly News on it. There's a picture on there. And we had 2 different microphones so you can hear better.
First, why is it working?
It's working. We can hear you.
First we start off with the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we do news and announcements. News and announcements is where we take a birthday of a teacher and we explain what day of the week it's on. And if there's an event, then we explain the event and what grade it is. Then we do book talk. 2 to 3 people look for a book and explain what the book is about and read a couple pages. School Spotlight is where you take a staff or a student or a teacher and you ask them questions or they ask you questions. Did you know is where you take an interesting fact about a state, an animal, a person, really anything, and you explain that interesting fact, and then we end with the Falcon Ridge School song with pictures from the previous week events.
The news helps us to learn teamwork by teaching you how to gather a group of people you can work well with. It also helps because it teaches students not fight over jobs. Our teacher draws sticks, and the next time we do the news, the people at the end choose first, and finally the broadcasters work together to make a script together that they both each like.
About 15 people from a class work on each script to produce the show. We use our Chromebooks to record the news. There are 2 or 3 recorders who are in charge of pressing play, pausing, and stopping the video. Timekeepers are very helpful in making sure we don't run too long. Once we have finished all recordings, editors use this app to add music, pictures, and fun transitions. Making the news is worked on during quiet time or any free choice time.
So we've put together a short summary of a few examples or a few components that go into the weekly news. It typically lasts about 7 or 8 minutes. This one is about 1.5 minutes.
I'm Micah. And I'm Claire. And we're part of the 5th grade Wagner crew. Welcome to this week's news and announcements. We have a lot of fun things going on at Falcon Ridge next week. 5th graders will do their egg drops. The 3rd graders perform the wax news, and I think they're going to do amazing when they do it. Hi, most excited about for your egg drop?
To see everyone's ideas.
What's your name? Matthew. Now, what are you most excited for the egg drop?
I don't really know. I just hope my egg survives.
There's a place in the world where I'd like to be, Falcon Ridge School, where we work together, staff and students. Three is our rule. We respect each other daily, show effort with a great attitude. We take pride in our learning here at Falcon Ridge School.
Wow.
Do you guys have any questions?
You guys are all fifth graders, right?
Yeah.
Are you guys excited for sixth grade next year?
Yeah.
What are you guys looking forward to at the middle school the most?
The frozen yogurt machine.
Okay.
Love it.
How about getting up earlier?
Who comes up with the idea for your news stories? Do you do that? The students do?
Yeah.
Very good job.
Thank you.
All right, for presenting tonight, we got a little New Prague Trojan gift for you. So if you can come up, and then Patrick Fisher from the New Prague Times will take your picture. Let's give him a hand. A lot of people are.
No, those are their parents. Their moms.
Their parents?
Yeah.
All right. So next up is seat at the table, and we have Ali Bartushik and Ella Horish.
Hi, my name is Abby Bartushik, and I'm a junior at the high school.
And my name is Ella Horish, and I'm also a junior at the high school.
And we did the Seat at the Table project, which was sponsored by the club that we are co-leaders of, and it's called Bridge. So Bridge stands for Building Relationships in Diverse Generations and Empowering Equity. In our club, we promote diversity within our schools and within the community. We do this and provide a platform for students to share their stories.
A seat at the table was chosen by students after the high school offered listening sessions as a follow-up to racial incidents in our school and community. The project is designed to be a platform for students to express their identity, challenges they might be facing, and the future by bringing their chair for a conversation at the table. A famous quote by Shirley Chisholm, who was the first Black woman in Congress, is, "If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair," because of the racism that she encountered and the challenges that she encountered personally. We thought that this would be a great project. So based on what your chair should look like, your chair isn't supposed to look a certain way. It shouldn't look like everyone else's because it represents you. So this could be like the labels society gives you, or it can mean inner desires, hopes, and dreams. So it really depends on the student.
So these are just some pictures of us working on our chair. We worked on them inside and outside of school. So these are pictures of us working on them at Bridge Club. So what did we do with our chairs? We had the opportunity of bringing them to the high school and setting them in front of the auditorium so all our peers could see them throughout the week. And then we had the opportunity to bring them to Falcon Ridge and Ravensstream. At Falcon Ridge and Ravensstream, we talked with 4th and 5th graders about sharing similarities and celebrating our differences. So as you can see, there's some pictures of us doing these things.
So thank you for the opportunity to speak here. And a couple things, if you haven't, or if anyone in the audience hasn't had a chance to look at some of the chairs yet and has a few questions, I know a few of us will be staying back to talk about it, but because it is finals this week, we want to make sure to get home and be able to study, so some of us do also have to head out. But if you have questions, I know there will be, like, a couple of us will be staying back. Another quick opportunity I wanted to share about that I had the chance to go to was an upstander training, which took place at the high school, and it was just a really good way to talk about situations and how I can act to, or better act, I should say, in those situations. And I just thought it was a great opportunity that also, or is very similar to what we've been doing in Bridge, or at least the goal is.
Do you guys have any questions for us about our project or about the chairs themselves?
I don't know about the chairs, but the Bridge, is it or an organization that you guys started, or is this something that's like across different school districts, or can you give me a little background on how you guys came up with it?
Yeah, we started Bridge, Mrs. Weber did 4 years ago. So it's been going on, it's just a high school club.
Okay, just in New Prague, and you came up with, Mrs.
Yeah.
Weber came up with the idea, okay.
How many members are? Oh,
I'm
how many
so
members
sorry.
are there currently?
I would say maybe like 10 to 15.
Okay.
And there was a nice article in the Star Tribune last week. I can't remember what day, but about Bridge and then the upstanding training. Mrs. Weber has a few words to say too.
Imagine that.
I just need to clarify a couple things. I am the Bridge advisor, and that's some of our group over there, and they're an amazing bunch of students. It actually has been going on for 5 years, and it was really developed by a student. That student happens to be back here. Her name's Ann Weber. So she's really the one who created it, of seeing a need at New Prague High School. I'm actually an occupational therapist, so that really wasn't in my wheelhouse. And so Ann became passionate about things of trying to make a change at New Prague High School, just like these guys are. So I'm there to support them, but it's really our high schoolers that have formed Bridge and want to continue to make a change at New Prague High School and in the community.
Awesome. Any other?
No, I can't wait to look at all the chairs, though.
Yeah.
Also, while you're looking at the chairs, if the student isn't there, there's QR codes that you can scan, and it'll be either a Google slideshow or a video of the student talking about their chair.
Awesome.
Nice.
Great. Any other
Thank you.
questions?
Thank you.
Yep, thanks for coming. Girls, I can get you guys, we'll get you those next, but you two can come up here. Ella?
I just
Here, as long as I can't see the camera lens, I'm not going to be in the picture.
I think the chair should be in the pictures from now on.
think the chair should be. Thanks. Open forum, Janelle? None?
No, Madam Chair.
Hey, can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So move.
Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Passes 6-0. A motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes 6-0. Policy committee?
There was a handful of policies, basically matching MSBA policies and administration's suggestions, or revisions, I should say.
And Denny's not here for South Metro States or CPAC. Community Ed?
Community Ed met in May and basically just talked about youth sports being, they have good participation with registration. Driver's Ed and behind the wheel also have a lot right now, and they're running out of spots, but they will also have more instructors as the summer goes on. Swim, same thing. They have like 272 currently enrolled, training for lifeguards and instructors held soon. Adding TCU as a satellite for our Swim America. And fall catalog in August. And Janelle and Sherry are both retiring at the end of June.
Well, and we are interviewing right now.
Right.
Wellness committee?
No.
Early childhood?
I have some information. They had over 600 people that attended the vehicle fair last Wednesday, and they had 28 community members and various organizations and agencies that volunteered their time and displayed vehicles. And there will be a handful of ECFE classes offered this summer, and they are busy planning for fall. The last day of preschool is tomorrow, and students heading to kindergarten this fall will have an opportunity to take summer preschool. There are 3 sessions being offered, and teachers have recommended students for the summer program. And those students that are receiving the classes will have a reduced cost. And registration for the next school year continues. And tomorrow's the last day for screening, for early childhood screening for this school year, and approximately 300 children have completed screening.
Yeah, we had just met prior to this meeting. From a financial standpoint, pretty much right on budget from standpoint of where we were expecting to be at this point, about 3/4 of the way through the school year. Staffing for the summer is strong. A lot of returning people coming back for to watch the pool and the fitness center. Also, one point of discussion that we had a lot of time spent on is just we're getting to the point with equipment and the facility itself from a standpoint of looking at replacing of equipment. We're getting to the point where things are starting to wear down. Some of it was used in the first place, so just trying to get together a list of inventory and just trying to get it on a cycle there so it's we can financially plan for all that equipment that's coming due. So other than that, yeah, just they're continuing to look at adding classes and remaining competitive, within the marketplace going forward. But that was the meeting in its entirety.
Great. All right, on to you, Superintendent
Okay.
Turner.
Yeah, probably the biggest thing is the state legislature session ending without an agreement. And hopefully they're going to have a special session and work things out because the impact in our district will be very great, especially when they talk about aid for special education. Our cross-subsidy costs for special education is, right now it's $3.2 million over what the federal government gives us. So any aid, they were talking about, school districts getting about 40% covered more from the state, which would be huge for us, and move more money into the general fund. And hopefully they're going to meet and be able to work things out on that in the upcoming week or so. So disappointing that they didn't get an agreement, but hopefully there'll be a special session and everything gets worked out. Obviously last week, this is when everyone tells me we have such a great school calendar. I have a few comments on spring break every once in a while, but no, getting out in May before Memorial Day, I know staff, families, parents, kids, it's good to get done in May before the weather gets too hot and get on with their summer activities. So we've got our district celebration Friday morning. Our breakfast will start at 7 and the program will begin at 8, so hopefully you all can make it there. And then graduation is Friday night at 7 o'clock, and we're looking forward to that. Forecast right now looks very good, so we've been very fortunate it'll be six years outside right now. Our first time we had the stadium done, 2015, was the only time we've been indoors since the Trojan Stadium's been done. So hopefully our meteorologists, our local meteorologists are actually right, and it looks good right now. So we're looking forward to having a nice graduation for our seniors.
Right, so we have a few action items. Approval of designation of legal counsel. Tom Deans is retiring from Knutson, Flynn and Dean, and Andrea Heddick from Dorsey and Whitney LLP has been chosen as the new bond counsel attorney for the district. So there's no discussion on that. I'll take a motion.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Passes 6-0. Approval for the 2023 Transportation Department Handbook. To add to that.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes 6-0. Approval for the 22-23 department.
That's,
Oh, sorry. Okay, I thought I was missing something. Approval for the 22-23 Transportation Department Employee Handbook.
So move.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Passes 6-0. And we have some resolutions.
Yes, we have 3 resolutions. So I will be able to, I'm doing my best to fill in for Denny in reading these. So the first one is a resolution for the 22-23 for membership in the Minnesota State High School League. Do I have a motion for that resolution?
So move.
First by Mark, seconded by Tammy. This requires a roll call vote. So Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Tammy?
Yes.
Denny's not here. Jean, yeah. See? Jean?
yes.
Me, yes.
Not that easy as Denny makes it seem, right?
That's why he reads through everything instead of summarizing.
Been doing
All
it
right.
for years.
All right, I have a second resolution here to approve the Southwest Metro Long-Term Facility Maintenance Program budget. Do I get a motion for that?
So moved.
Second.
All right, first and seconded. I'll actually read the resolution on this one. So resolution approving Southwest Metro Intermediate School District number 288's long-term facility maintenance program budget and authorizing the inclusion of a proportionate share of those projects in the district's application for long-term facility maintenance revenue. How do you vote, Jean?
Yes.
Matt, yes. Tammy?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Resolution passes. The last one is a resolution for approving Southwest Metro Safe School Program. Do I have a first?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right, first and seconded. I will read this resolution. Resolution approving a Southwest Metro Intermediate School District's number 288 Safe School Program and authorizing the inclusion of application for safe school revenue. How do you vote, Jean?
Yes.
Matt, yes. Tammy?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Kim?
Yes.
Leo?
Yes.
Resolution passes. That's all of them that I have.
Sure you don't want to do a couple more?
Nope.
That's it. I'll have a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.